let's go. Last time we looked at how to draw a Lewis structure for just an element. Now we're going to look at how to draw it for a compound. All right, so step one, we're going to draw the Lewis dot structure for each individual atom in our compound. All right, here's our example over here, pH3. So I'm going to start with 1P and 1, 2, 3 H's. All right, now I need to draw dots around it to show my Lewis structure. Remember, that's your number of valence electrons. If you go to periodic tables and open this up. All right, remember, it goes across, so group 1 has 1 valence electron, group 2 is 2, skip all these, 3, 4, 5. So P is in group 5, it has 5 valence electrons. We're going to go back here and draw our 5 dots around it. Remember, I need 1 on each side before I can go back and pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to draw for my hydrogen. It has 1 valence electron, so 1, 2, 1, and 1. All right, step 2 is we are going to label the one with the most unpaired electrons as the central atom. All right, so hydrogen only has 1 unpaired, but phosphorus has 1, 2, 3 unpaired. So this one is going to be our center. All right, once you figure out which one is in the center, we're going to play connect the dots. All right, so we're going to draw a line from an unpaired electron on the center atom to one of the outside ones. All right, so here's an unpaired one, whoop. Here's an unpaired one, whoop. Here's an unpaired one, whoop. All right, so now we have all of our dots connected. We are going to do our last step, which is redraw it to make it pretty. All right, we said phosphorus is going in the center. All right, so phosphorus is going to go in the center. And then it has 1, 2, 3 hydrogens around it, each with a line. All right, this line stands for 2 electrons. They are sharing. All right, so sharing 2 electrons. All right, that's what the line means. And then I need to make sure that I also include these dots up here at the top. This is called a lone pair. All right, a lone pair is a pair of electrons that is not involved in the bonding. All right, let's try these ones. All right, so remember our steps. 1, draw all elements. 2, center atom. 3, connect dots. And 4, redraw. All right, so I'm going to start with F2. So I'm going to go F and F. F has 7 valence electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so since there's not a there's only 2, there's not really going to be a center one. They're going to kind of share the center. So I'm just going to skip to connect the dots. Whoop. And now I'm going to redraw to make it look pretty. When I redraw, I want a nice straight line with no loop-de-doops. And then each fluorine still has 3 lone pairs on it. So 1, 2, 3 lone pairs. And 1, 2, 3 lone pairs. All right, so there is your final answer for fluorine, F2. All right, let's try the next one, CH4. Again, first step is to draw the elements. You should try that. Pause the video, try this, and then see if you get it right. All right, so I'm going to draw my elements, C, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hydrogens. Carbon has 4 valence electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hydrogen has 1, so 1, 1, 1, and 1. Right, the one with the most unpaired is carbon, so this one's going to be our center. So we're going to do step 3, connect the dots, all of them from our center one. So 1 to there, 1 to there, 1 to there, and 1 to here. Whoop. So now we're going to redraw to make it pretty. Carbon again is in the center, and it has 4 hydrogens around it. I'm going to connect those. All right, so there is your final molecule looking all pretty. If you did not get that, you should try to figure out what's going wrong, why you're not getting it. Let's try the next one, NF3. All right, so step 1, draw all our elements in, and then I got 3 Fs. So N has 5 valence electrons, 1, 2, sorry, my thing's having technical difficulties. All right, well, it went away. That's okay. So N, and then 1, 2, 3 Fs has 5 valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F has 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, step 2, I got to figure out which one is my center. It's the one with the most unpaired. Right? Fluorine only has 1 unpaired, but nitrogen has 1, 2, 3. So nitrogen is my center. All right, so all my lines are going to come from my center. So from nitrogen to fluorine, whoop, from nitrogen to fluorine, whoop, and from nitrogen to fluorine, whoop. Now I'll just redraw it. So N is in the center, surrounded by 3 fluorines. 1 line, 1 line, 1 line. Fluorine has 1, 2, 3 lone pairs still around it. So I'll do that for each of my fluorines. And lastly, 1 lone pair on my central atom. All right, so there's NF3. Let's do one more, Si2. So first step, draw each individual element. So I got S and then 2 I's. S has 6 valence electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so central is the one that has the most unpaired, so that's going to be S. All right, so from S, I'm making my bonds, whoop, and whoop. So S goes in the center with 2 I's surrounding it. Each I has 1, 2, 3 lone pairs on it. All right, and then S has 2 lone pairs. All right, so make sure you're not forgetting those lone pairs. And you guys got this. Watch the next one on multiple bonds.